1, 2, 3. I will cover the meditation breathing module in this video that I had explained in our Friday morning class. In this video, I will divide this video into 3 sections. The first is the meditation breathing steps. We have 5 steps, and then the second one is the application methods, and the last part, the third one, I recorded myself as one sample about the visualization method itself. Okay, so like I mentioned before, there are 5 steps in the meditation breathing. The step 1, we call it in Indonesia, is nafas pembersih, cleansing breathing. So the cleansing breathing, the intention is to create ball energy from your center point, 3 fingers below your belly button. And then you distribute from that center point. Your intention is to distribute your own energy from inside outside to the ball sphere. So visualize that your own inner power vibration surrounding your body. You can also visualize to make it that ball energy as big as you can, and then every time you do breathe in, breathe out, you visualize that ball energy become brighter. So this part is quite important before, for example, before you do any activity related to energy thing. Okay, you want to only relate to your, you want to only want to relate or develop your own energy, and always intend to connect to any energy that will give you benefits, of course in the good way. The mouth shape for this cleansing breathing is like you are blowing the candle, smooth. So there is no sound, very smooth and long breathe out. So in this step, you always do inhale, smooth breathe in through your nose as long as you can, as deep as you can. Just feel the air goes into your throat and goes to your chest and goes to your center point, and then hold a while. After that, you do breathe out using your mouth in the shape like whistling, like blowing a candle, as long as you can, but do not force it, make it just natural, and then hold a while and then breathe in again. That's the cycle of this cleansing breathing. So once you already created your ball energy and you believe it on it, it is created already. And then the second step is, we call it in Indonesia, is nafas segitiga, triangle. It is also the same with step 1, using exhale through your mouth, but the shape of your mouth is different. We call it as a smooth hissing without noise. So normally if you do energy breathing or maintenance energy, you do the hard hissing, something like that. But in this meditation, we never use tension. So we are doing similar with the hard hissing, but without tension, without sound. So just you do the exhale through your teeth and put your tongue above, so you can feel the air flow from your teeth. very, very smooth without sound. So you do the exhale as long as you can, naturally, and then hold a while, and then inhale through your nose, hold a while, and then do the breathe out, exhale again through your mouth. So always do something like that. Repeat several times. So the intention of this, the second step, is to combine your own elements, energy from your lower part of your center point and the upper part of your center point. The lower part consists of the earth element and the water element. The upper part consists of the air element from your chest and the ether from your neck. So in the term of chakras is wait a minute, why this is open, I'm not sure. Okay, sorry. So if we use the term of chakra, the below, the lower part of your center point came from your root chakra, that's the earth element, and your sacred chakra, that's the water element. Your upper part came from your chest, heart chakra, that's the air element, and then your throat chakra, that's the ether or space element. So that's, and then visualize, feel, your intention is to combine from your lower part and upper part to your center point. There's the solar plexus chakra there. Synchronize that part, and then it become more dense. You unite the whole energy in your center point. So after that, if you can do that, for example, 2 minutes or 3 minutes. After that, you move to the step 3, meditation breathing. In Indonesia, we call it as nafas meditasi. In this third step, you just only breathing normally using your nose. Breathe in, breathe out, as deep as you can. You are doing breathing, breathe in, and long breathe out. So using your nose without holding at all. So just really smooth. If doable, you can make the length of inhale and exhale will be the same beat, the same rhythm. For example, for me, I always do make it more fun for me. I'm counting like a beat in the song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm doing exhale, inhale. I'm counting until I'm familiar, and then I'm stop counting it. So the intention in this, you have to feel already that you get the solid dense energy in the step 2, and then in this meditation breathing, you visualize, you feel that you distribute that energy throughout your body. So you fill in the ball that you already created in the step 1. If you are talking about energy, please don't think about like a mathematic. So if you distribute, or if you move it, or if you, for example, it will not divide or become 2 or become 3, but energy can be whatever you want to visualize it. So that's the simple term to explain it. So in this step 3, you can do it, let's say 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes. Then if you think that you already start to feel the vibration, and then you can start to put your hands like this, and then you start to feel it. You can feel it between your hands or surrounding your forearms or your body or the whole body. If you a little bit move around, you will feel the magnetic field started there. And then step 3, that's related to the next section that I will explain about the application method, how you will practice it, how you do the exercise of some application that might be useful for martial arts, or useful as well for fitness and health in general. After that, if you already finish, you already feel enough, and then you start the step 4, the cooling down breathing. We call it in Indonesia is nafas pengendapan. This is where you just pull back everything, the energy from the step 2, pull it back and keep it in your center point. After that is a step 5, closing breathing. We call it as nafas penutup. You just back to awake state. So that's the whole step. About the step 4, mouth, the method of your mouth, it is similar with the step 2. So in step 4, cooling down breathing, you do the exhale through your mouth with smooth hissing through your teeth without noise, without sound at all. The intention different. So the intention to pull back those energy vibration, keep it in your center point. Step 5, the mouth shape similar with step 1, like blowing a candle. The intention just back to an awake state. So step 1 similar with step 5 with different intention, and step 2 similar with step 4 just with different intention. Okay, now regardless, it is very good if you practice daily the meditation breathing step, especially step 1, step 3, and step 5. You don't have to always to exercise step 2 and step 4, because this is much more give benefit if you are doing daily, and of course it will make you more sensitive if you want to do the step 2 and step 4 for the application. Okay, that's the explanation of this section, meditation breathing steps. Okay, now I just want to explain a bit why we have to do this meditation breathing steps. The aim actually, it is not for the application that I will explain on the next section. The meditation breathing steps, the aim is you understand about consciousness. So in simple term, what is this consciousness actually? It is not easy to explain about what is consciousness, right? But for example, if you have a thought and another thought, you have a space between thought. For example, there are a moment that you are not thinking at all, but you are aware that you still life, you still exist, you aware about your body, you're aware about your hands, you're aware about your surrounding, but without thinking at all. That's a simple term to explain about consciousness. So in that consciousness, it means the real you. So that's why we exercise meditation day by day is just to become more understand about ourselves. We become more sensitive about ourselves. Section 2, application methods. Before you do the exercise of meditation breathing, it is required for you to finish first your energy building, at least 9 or 10 forms, and then you have to do the maintenance energy from the first form, Garuda, push and pull, combination, electricity, back to combination, back to push and pull, and finish it with Garuda maintenance energy. So after that, then you start doing the meditation breathing, step 1, step 2, and step 3. After step 3, if you already, like I mentioned before, you already can start detecting the vibration, start the feeling the magnetic field either in between your hands or throughout your body. Then there are several methods to exercise for the application. The first, we call it as a vibration detection. In Indonesia, we call it as getaran vibration. So mostly you can feel the vibration through your hands. So in this method, for example, to detect a color, you pick a red color first, and then you try to transmit your vibration to that paper, and then start to memorize the sense, the feeling, red color into your memory. Someone can feel a little bit warm, or other will feel different. So everybody will have their own feeling while they detect colors. So they detect colors red, maybe warm, or like a circling vibration, something like that. So anytime, for example, he use blindfolded, closing his eyes, if he detect a red color, he can recall the memory, so he understand it is the red color. So that's a vibration detection. And then the other method is we call it as object visualization. Object visualization is similar. You also detect the object, and then you try to visualize the object in your mind. So you can see the color, you can see the shape of the object, something like that. Even if you are become more sensitive, you can also see the, for example, the letter, if you become more sensitive. And the other method is what we call as intuition. In Indonesia, we call it as naluri. So this is more like you get the information in the first place. So it is not easy to explain this part, but this is more in, we train in martial art about this intuition to record our movement into our subconsciousness level. And the other method, other senses that might someone more sensitive, for example, hearing certain frequency, or smelling, so through their nose. So each individual, if learning meditation breathing, it's not always has the similar experiences. So maybe one more can use the vibration detection, the other may be object visualization, the other may be intuition, or combine of those things. It's also possible. I have three papers here. Okay, so I already put those papers on my table. Now I will try to change my intention to see to that object. Okay, I start to see my hands here. This is red. This one blue. This one green. If I'm holding like this and my face looking straight forward, I can steal the papers, but the colors mix up. Always between these three colors. This is green. This is red. I was confused between this one. Quite a little bit similar. This is blue, this is green. This is blue, green. This is red. Blue. Okay, once you start exploring your consciousness bit by bit, and then after that you will entering to realize that we are not really only a physical body, but we are also the energy being. This is the purpose that you start from the step 2. You start feel by yourself the magnetic fields, the energy wave. Then you understand that if you are talking about the energy surrounding your physical body, it means actually you are, as a human, is energy being. That's, you start feel it. And then after that, you also, for example, in the sample that I made as a sample about the visualization from consciousness. So with blindfolded eyes, you start to see, for example, in that I recorded that I saw a color in my mind with the whole eyes blindfolded. What it does mean is it does, so it is to prove that light actually is not came from outside. So this is a very good explanation about this. Most of us have seen the rainbow while the rainy days, right? Maybe most of you only think that's just a natural phenomenon, that's just a rainbow. But if you are talking about meditation, breathing, once you start experience that you can see, you can visualize a color in your mind, it means that energy has its own color. So it also means that we as a human energy, we also has our own color. So that's the purpose why we exercise, why we have to try to detect the color of papers, for example. We are not aiming to become expert, pick the color of any object, right? But that exercise start to give us the understanding about light. We are actually a light being. We are a energy being. And then we also has, because our a light being, we also have colors inside. So the whole journey of learning breathing, meditation breathing, actually the aim is to understand bit by bit about this consciousness, about we as a human energy, and then we also understand about we also a light itself. We have our own color. So what we are seeing outside, the light from the sun, the color from the trees, the color from the paper, actually it is teach us, our consciousness teach us about more about what is inside of our consciousness itself. The last part is not only that, the third is sound. If you in the meditation state or while you aware in your consciousness, sometimes you will hear what is in English, maybe like whoosh. So it's like there's a frequency sound that you always hear actually, but sometimes you are not quite notice it. That's the sound frequency. So consciousness that provide you the whole information and as a roots, as a resource of your life, also provide a light, provide colors, provide sound, and those are the information that give us benefit to learn more about ourselves. That's the purpose in Merpati Putih. We call it as Mersudi Patitising Tindak Pusakane Singhening. So the meaning is you have to find yourself doing properly, doing it in silence. So that's the whole explanation about why we are learning this meditation breathing exercises. I hope it is not easy to explain about this, but I hope at least you get understanding about what I want to explain in this module.